A
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good
Yes, ma'am.
morning. Today we do have Professor Shiva Prasad here with us. And I invite Professor Shiva Prasad you formally to IIMT Open House. Now, let me tell you what really is IIMT Open House. In IIMT Open House, we invite experts, members, and researchers from various academic fields. And why we have started this portal? So that students from our institute, from around the globe, can have a glimpse, can have a knowledge about their career option. Basically, it happens that as soon as a student get passed out from his school, from the intermediate, there are lots of questions in their mind. They require some counseling. Keeping all these perspectives in our mind, we have started this portal, which is named as IIMT Open House. And today we are very much privileged that we do have Professor Shiva Prasad here with us. Let me now take the privilege to welcome Professor Shiva Prasad here formally to our audience. Let me tell something about Professor Shiva Prasad here. Professor Shiva Prasad is an assistant professor in the Department of Aerospace Engineering at Sandeep University, Nasik, where he is continuously working as an associated member in various teaching fields. He is, even if associated, as a teaching faculty and a research coordinator for the Department of Aero Engineering. He also served as a faculty for various international and national logos portals. Along with that, he has, even if completed his undergraduate and postgraduate trainings in aeronautical and aerospace engineering courses from JNTU Hyderabad, and working as a research scholar in Beltec University, Chennai. He is currently holding 15 publications in Scopus Index journals and 2 international and national journals publications. I would be very much privileged to say that he has, even if one Indian patent been published. He has AIP conference proceedings, 6 journals in various national and international platform. He has Elsevier platform indexing. Along with that, if I will speak about his research work and the areas of interest, he is having a great or a keen interest in fluid dynamics. He is having aerodynamics as one of his research perspective. He is even working in the field of acoustics, computational fluid dynamics, propulsion, rockets, and missiles. Keeping all this perspective in mind, as today we do have Professor Shiva Prasad you with us, let me now take an opportunity to help our students. Well, so what really happens as soon as a student complete out his 12th grade, the very option, the very common option which he or she opt for is engineering. Am I right, sir?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When he thinks about this
Yeah.
word engineering, engineering is not only coming alone. The word engineering is tied up with one more thing, which is termed as technology. Now, as today
Yes,
we
ma'am.
do have such an opportunity to have a talk with you, let me take that opportunity and ask you, so, can you please tell our viewers, our audience, understand that what really is this two terms about engineering and technology?
Okay.
Are these two terms same or they are very different from each other? So, please guide our
Okay.
audience.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you for the question, ma'am. So here, as far as the two terms, as ma'am mentioned, is about the engineering and technology. So when we are talking about the engineering, most commonly known everyone, the word it is engineering. But what exactly the technology is and what is the difference in between these two, or it is one and the same? This is what the most of the students will be facing. And many are questioned about it. So as far as the engineering is concerned, it's a planned way of understanding and executing the work which is already designed to do it. So the engineering is only meant for the planned way of working. So where the engineer is planned and he'll be working in a step-by-step procedure and he will be executing the product out. But here the question comes, what about the innovation involved in the engineering? So is there any innovations are coming in the engineering? So are they included in the engineering? No. So as far as the engineering is concerned, it's only the application based upon the previous researches. So when we are looking for the innovation or the new thoughts to be applied in this, there it leads to the technology. So the technology says that whenever we are above the level of engineering, so that means when we are thinking something which is new in the market or new the product is coming, so it should be initially investigated. So which is technically known as analyzing it. So the analyzing application of it, then relevance of it, then what is the market application relevant, all points will be included in the technological wise. So engineering is only related to the application based, but the innovation is coming through the technology. So the technology points leads most of the students to work out on the new products, where they're practically involved to work on the technical aspects of it, and they're also leading to the new product into the market. So where engineering is only working, but the technology is an advanced level of the engineering, where students will be able to work on the new products development, design and production, all will be included in this.
Very
Yes,
nice,
ma'am.
very nice. So, as you have just now explained, that in technology, this word innovation is just tied up with it. But we have heard when our students wants to know, our viewers, our audience want to know, in engineering also, people go out for various research. Right. So
Yes,
if
ma'am.
a person goes out for various research in the field of engineering, then is he in the platform of engineering, or is he or she in the platform of technology? When the person is
Yes, ma'am.
involved engineering with research.
Yes, ma'am. So as far as this word of research is concerned, so research is nothing leading towards innovation. Research is
Right.
nothing but the repeated process of the same experiment in order to bring out some new things in that. But whereas the technology is leading it to application based. Technology is leading it to the application based. For example, if we talk about the newspaper. So earlier newspaper was a physical copy, we were getting it in hands.
Yes.
Now we are seeing that the technology has advanced. We are getting same newspaper in the e-copies. So this is
It's
what
an
the difference makes
e-newspaper
from the
we named it,
engineering level
right?
to the technological level.
Right, right.
E-newspaper we need now. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. Very nicely been explained by sir. I hope our audience would have also understand the two terms very clear in their mind, what really is engineering and what really is technology, and how those two terms are related to each other. Now, so can I
Yes.
take privilege to ask you that as you have explained these two terms clearly to us about engineering and technology, what domain a student need to focus to obtain a long-term goal? Because nowadays what really happens, no, students they want everything at a glance or at once, or they are very much accustomed with the word short-term planning. Now, can you please guide our
Yes.
young generation that what domain they need to focus so that they can attain a long-term goal in their careers? So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
on to you.
So yes, thank you, ma'am. So as far as the student perspective is concerned, when the student is just crossed the level of 10 plus 2 or 12th standard level, when it is coming out, as per me, I will say that he is completely aware of the engineering domain until and unless he is getting any kind of this kind of open sessions he is attending or he has listened to. So the unaware student we are bringing into the engineering field, first he is not having, whether he is having any priorities, what is his actual interest. So if he is having a good mathematics, physics and chemistry background, so then he will be getting eligibility towards engineering. First point. So when he is getting eligibility towards engineering, now as we all know that in engineering there are many disciplines. Starting from the alphabet A to Z, we can define many number of disciplines under this category or branches or the courses we define. So on the top, there are some engineerings we say based upon the current market and the innovations leading into the world. So one such innovation is about the aerospace engineering. So but this aerospace engineering, completely the engineering is divided into two categories initially. One, it is a circuit branches, the other one is a non-circuit branch. So whereas the circuit branches talks about the subjects or the courses like electrical engineering, communication engineering, computer science engineering, information technology, electrical engineering. These are all the circuit branches where they are mostly dealing with the circuit related aspects or more towards the electronics related aspects. Coming to the non-circuit branches category, mechanical engineering, aerospace engineering, civil engineering, automobile engineering, materials and production engineering, this all comes under the non-circuit branches. So now the student has two various branches open to them. Which one need to be concentrated more? Right now, if they are very particular about the market aspects, I suggest them to go on to the non-circuit branches. If they are more towards not a physical way of approaches, if they are logical way of understanding, if it is very good, they can make it an excellence in the circuit branches. But where they are more into a physical kind of approach, or where my innovation should be visible to the world, that more freedom is given in the non-circuit branches like mechanical, aerospace, civil. These branches are giving a more exploration. Even a small innovation in that domain is
Can I
exposed to
say
the
the
world
word?
very high.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I say this word that
Yes,
first the student need to understand his or her priority. That what really is his priority, and
yes,
in which field he or she is good
exactly.
enough. So, as you have
Yes,
explained all those things very vividly to us and very vividly to our audience, can you please let us understand that is it possible, or what really are the steps they should take in order to understand what really is their priority? Because they are even if confused with their priorities, that what really is their in
yes,
their to-do list, what should be in the first priority, what would be in the second priority. They are very much confused with the things. Is there any such
yes,
steps they can follow so that they can understand their priorities very well?
sure. So, to the student point of view, first I will say, first, what is the priority goals for them? First, fix the goals. In student mind, first fix your goals, plan accordingly, execute accordingly. For this executing accordingly work out your assignments. For example, if the student is interested in the computer science engineering, what his goal is actually, whether he is going to contribute anything to the computer science engineering, or only taking it from the computer science, only taking it from it is only the job opportunity which is looking for. If he is into the person, like I would like to contribute to into it, I'd like to contribute into it, means he has to think its priority. So the first thing it comes to its goal. If he is
Very
interested
true.
to become a pilot, so what particular branch is supposed to select? What are the career opportunities possible? So here, when he's becoming the pilot, the engineer is good enough to get it into the pilot domain. Whether
Very
he is
true.
electrical or computer science or aeronautical or civil engineering. So likewise, the priorities of the students is defined or changes based upon their goals. Once the goals has been fixed, plan accordingly.
Very
So
nice.
once
Very
your
nice.
goal is fixed towards aerospace or computer science, so they can plan accordingly, then choose accordingly. So which domain I'm particularly suitable to? If my mathematics are very good, better get into the aerospace or computer science. Both are the competitive branches where they can go for it. And if his mathematics is not good, he is very good at the chemistry, chemical engineering is a better option for him. where he can reach. Maybe he says that I'm interested more towards the aerospace engines, but I'm not good at the mathematics, but my chemistry and the physics are well good, or I'm excellence in that case. See, in that case, he initially can choose a career option related to the chemical engineering. Through chemical engineering, he can reach to the engines of the aircrafts. So that means he is already contributing towards aerospace. So his actual goal, this clarification is very important for every student. So through this first goal decision, then plan accordingly, then regular assignments. The assignments for a 12th student would be like regularly see what is the latest updates in this. So nowadays,
So
if
I
we see
hope
today's
now
trend as per the
our audience
2022
might be very much clear that what really is this priority is about, and our viewers can even if understand that how to make out a priority basis. As Professor Shiva Prasad you has explained to us how to make out priorities, how to understand what steps they should take. Thank you, sir, for giving them such a good glimpse about the objective. Now, sir, as you are in the field of aerospace and aeronautical engineering, you are related to that. I hope you would be the right person to answer these things to us, that what really is this aerospace and aeronautical engineering is all about. Because we are, as a common man and as from the students' point of view, they are very much confused with these two words, that is aerospace and aeronautical engineering. Can you please let us understand or let our viewers understand these two terms, aerospace and aeronautical engineering? So it goes to you.
Thank you. Yes. So as far as this aerospace and aeronautical engineering is concerned, it's actually the parent branches from the mechanical, these branches are being evolved. But again, the differentiation is coming when we are going for the aerospace and the aeronautical engineering. Whereas aeronautical engineering deals with the objects flying. So that means the object which are able to fly up to 100 kilometers range from the ground. Up to 100-kilometer range, what are the objects can be fly. So that will come under the aeronautical engineering subject related matters. Which are the objects which are flying beyond 100 kilometers range. That objects will be that object related study will be coming into the space engineering. For example, aeronautical engineering, they will be very much familiar with the aircrafts which is used in the commercial airliners or the fighter aircrafts. But the aeronautical engineer is not given a much awareness about the rockets, about the satellites, about the other planetary missions they are going for it. So where the much interest or much focus is given on aerospace engineering. If he is into the space engineering, so he is targeting for the rocket applications, rocket application, where with the satellite launching program or another planetary missions is all possible with the space domain. Very limited aspects we will be focusing in the aeronautical engineering. So aeronautical engineering, ground level studies, UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, where they have a very good scope of understanding. So competing with the space, so they are towards into the space region, but these students will be focusing on unmanned aerial vehicles which are flying close to the ground. Their focus is more towards the close to the ground. And one more point here to note about students is that whenever they're opting it for the space, aerospace engineering, their mathematical understanding is highly required as compared to the aeronautical engineering.
Okay.
Because as we all know that the space domain, everything need to be assumed in a three-dimensional domain, which may be really
very precise and very accuracy is required. Very true.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so that means the space engineering leads to mathematics involvement is very high in the space engineering, ma'am, compared to the aeronautical engineering.
Okay, yes, okay, sir. So can I use the term that in aerospace engineering, we need to be very much precise and accurate. That is the reason why, as you say, that there need to be mathematically, they should be very much sound enough if they go out for aerospace engineering. Is it correct, sir?
Yes.
Am I right in that field, in that perspective?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
I'd like to extend this point of precise engineering.
Yes, sir, please.
So as far as this precise engineering and the components manufactured for the aerospace engineering or the aeronautical engineering, just one such example I'd like to share with you, ma'am, on this platform. That is the aircraft engines. Okay. So almost all we see any aircraft will be having minimum of 2 engines on board. Or 2 engines will be installed on that aircraft. the failure rate of the engine unstart condition. So that means possibility of the engine fail to get unstarted is 1 by 5 lakh times. So that means in a 5 lakh times of switching it start, one time it may attend for the failure. So this itself says that how precise is about the aerospace or the aeronautical engineering we are, and even the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 manufacturers are very particular about it, where the industry is going towards it. Okay. Because the investment is very high. If we take a very point of it, as I take some madam point that it is precision, if we take a consideration, there the growth factor is very high in this as compared to the other branches of the engineering. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for explaining it so clearly to our audience. All our viewers can understand it very well. So, sir, as an academician, which habits would you like to inculcate within the students of this or within this young generation so that they can have a prosperous career ahead or a prosperous life ahead?
As far as the student view is concerned, when he is opting for the career related goals, if his objective is career related goals, so he should be always working towards the institution or the university he is looking for. First check for that university is having how many memorandum of understanding with industries. Okay. As far as the career goals is concerned, if I'm a student, if I'm immediately looking for my career goals immediately after my training or the course time, so whether your university or the institute is having a required MOUs, that is memorandum of understanding with concerned.
Okay. So can I make the things very clear that in order to have this good habits and in order to get a prosperous career ahead, what really are the options they need to go out for?
So as far as the career point is concerned, ma'am, most of the students target, if we see previous years study and the report, most of the students target is to get some jobs out of their course. But on through this platform, I'd like to suggest my dear students, do not concentrate more towards your job point, but please concentrate on the other side of your job, that it is the entrepreneurship, where your product is reaching into the market with funding and you are branding it on your name. So there is a much possibility through India, you can make your product visible to entire world. There is a possibility through this. Your career goals, you just switch it from your only job perspective or the job responsibilities you are going to get from an entrepreneurship. So thereby you are generating not only your product, but also you're creating an awareness about your product, and you are providing jobs to many others. Through this some engineering aspects, you can make it out visible to everyone.
But what really happens, yes, no? At present, the scenario says that as soon as the student gets completed his intermediate or his 12th star grade, he or she thinks for a job. Everyone runs behind the job. They require job, and their curriculum, course objectives, syllabus, all those things are on the other side of the coin. But the first priority is that they require a job. They want to get employed. So, what do you think? How can we change as an academician? How can we all join hands to change such type of mentalities of our students?
Yes. So first thing, it is a requirement, as you have mentioned, ma'am. This is a student requirement is going towards the job opportunities only. If their primary requirement is only job, I suggest that from your starting first year of your education, add skills to your CV. Add skills from your first year of engineering. What skills you have achieved, the certifications you gain. The certification should not be only a copy of a paper, but the skills you gain in a first year of your education may be a simple workshop and understanding, a lathe machine understanding, will make you eligible to work in the outside. So currently in the recent UGC norms, so they are making it eligible after first year of engineering education, you will be earning a degree or the diploma to join for a job. So further, the minimum requirement is your skills. So the students, if you are having the required skills at any moment of your engineering, maybe at your first year of your engineering, even you can join a company after second year, after third year, after 4 year. So that is student requirement, which type of degree or certificate you need it from the university you have joined. So my suggestion to them is to go for a skill improvement. Add as many skills as possible, practical oriented. So which makes a lot of bridging in between the industry to you, the academician. We are all targeting for the people to call industry level, so that the interaction makes them comfortable what exactly is running in the industry and what is the bridge required from the industry to the academic students. So the lack of things is, if you are oriented on the skills, definitely every student will be having a job in hands.
Very nice. Very nicely being explained by sir. I hope our young generation might have got some perspective through it, that what really is they should go out. Yes, certainly job are a priority for everybody, but how they can make it differentiated with their academics, with their curriculums, and with their syllabus and all. Now, sir, may I take the opportunity to ask you that what really are the current trends in the field of aerospace and aeronautical engineering?
Yes. So, as far as the current trends of the aerospace engineering is concerned, see, even with the even talking to many researchers, conclaves, and the summits, they are suggesting that the domain is not at all now only aerospace engineering. Every engineering has become a multidisciplinary in nature. So each engineering, for example, if the yes, ma'am. So each engineering has become multidisciplinary. A simple example is an aerospace engineer required on a bioengineering candidate in his job location.
Okay.
The why bioengineering is coming into it, because he is again looking for the cultivation of the plants at the another planet if he is targeting it. So he need that guy. And when the person is traveling from one location to the other location, his biological conditions, how it is varying. So the space travel has made the person to talk about even in the different branches is one such example. Not only this one, ma'am, the artificial intelligence, if you are talking about the computer science which is emerging today, the computer science also has given a lot of contribution to the aerospace engineering at first. That is what the resultant we see today. The many pilots are being freed down during their travel. During the travel or during the pilot is being guided, he's initially in his total entire flight time, 40% of time only is concentrating on the systems. Remaining 60% is just allowed to monitor it or relax during its flight. This advancement has been reached through the artificial intelligence which has been advanced or taken up to the multidisciplinary domain into the aerospace. So I'd like to see some few areas where the multidisciplinary aspects are coming in is the physics. Most of them might say that why physics is coming, it's only a science, not even an engineering or not even a technology level.
Not even a yes,
but
yes.
Not to dominate on this physics. So the physics has led lot of changes in us. One such simple example is about the phenomena of acoustics, the sound investigation. So student may say, yes, physics, I know the tuning for the frequency of this one.
Very
But
truly
that
said, sir.
frequency has
It's true. Very many a times we have even if heard the students saying that, sir or ma'am, why chemistry is required? Why physics is required? I'm in the field of engineering and technology. Why this physics I need to go through, or why this chemistry I have to go through? I don't want to go through it. I am having a different perspective to, or a goal to set up. Why I should read this physics? Very number of times we have heard this question from our students. It's true, sir. It's needed to be answered.
Yes, ma'am. So another such example taken from the physics is, we currently, the most of the, as we all know through the general news, that the most of the satellites are being launched around the orbit. So there is a low Earth orbit, many satellites. So at the same time, each satellite life, when it is being done, they are being called as a debris. nothing but the waste product which is available in the space. In order to bring back the debris to the earth, we need to invest a lot. In just to bringing that debris back to the earth, we need to invest a lot. So one physics suggestion or one physics idea which has been contributed by a researcher, he said that we will make a space ladder. From the earth to the space location, we will put a space ladder, and through that ladder, through by creating some vacuum or by creating some energy which can take that debris and finally get it grounded. So this is what the best example from the physics it has been taken. And even in the chemistry, ma'am, uh, if we talk about the astronauts, many would be fascinated to do the astronomy engineering or to become an astronaut. The medical conditions of the astronaut after reaching into the space will not be same as like he is on the earth. Out of which one such example is he's under the influence of the gravity, G, which approximately many of the teachers or academicians take it as 10, but exact value of it is 9.81 meter per second square, the acceleration due to the gravity happening on the each mass available on the earth. Where in space this is approximated it as 0. In space it is approximated as 0, due to which the body is habituated, the human body is habituated for a G of 9.81 continuously till he is becoming that astronaut. Once he is reaching into the space station, G is being nullified or approximated as 0. His medical conditions are changing a lot, which has been best addressed by the chemical or the chemical reaction happening in the body, where I stress that chemistry is very important, where the human life is being related to that chemistry or the chemical reaction happening in the body. This way, one such examples which we take it from the different points, ma'am. So where they have already led to this one.
Okay, very nicely being said by you, sir. And I hope it will be clear in the mind of the students by this time. Now, I would like to ask you, sir, as you have said that none is alone in today's world. All the disciplines had become multidisciplinary. We have heard about this word which is termed as aviation management. Now, sir, is this aviation management a professional course? And how is this aviation management is having any opportunities in today's world? What really are this job opportunities? First of all, we want to know what really is this aviation management, because we heard aviation is a separate stream or a branch, whatever you can say, but management is completely a separate thing. Now, what really is this combination of these two terms, aviation management? Is it a professional course, sir? Did you have heard about it?
Yes, ma'am. I have heard about it. It was a very good and interesting question you have framed it for your audience, ma'am. So just till now, I was speaking about only the engineering aspect, the technology aspects. So the other side of this aerospace is about the aviation. So what exactly is involved into the aviation is how do we handle the aircrafts? Designing, developing, and reaching the product into the market is job is done for an engineer or the technological. But as for how do we handle this aircrafts, the airline operations, all this has been involved with the aviation aspect. So the aviation managers or the aviation management will let the students to understand how to handle this. As we all know, the general vehicles, how they are handled, their standard operating procedure. Similarly, this we say as per the current growth of the industry is being leading by 2040, we can say around 300 million passengers would be traveling. 300 million passengers would be traveling by this airway. So which makes the most demanding aspects, and I'd like to see this aviation management is a professional course which is a combination of aircraft handling at ground, aircraft handling at ground in passenger domain, aircraft operations, aircraft scheduling. These are all the different operations where they are doing, where they are called as an aviation manager or operation manager, or he is a ground handling manager, or ground handling capacity in charge. These are all the different designations they gave it at the airport level.
Okay.
Although these jobs are being related to the ground level phenomena, but their role is very much important in handling the capacity of the airlines
Yes.
or the aircrafts at, at the airport location.
Okay.
Simple example I'd like to take now with your permission. So if a particular aircraft or particular airport is having 100 flights in a day, if it is having 100 flights in a day of scheduled 24 hours, so we have to, simple calculation is 24 hours, we convert it into minutes, 24 into 60 upon the 100, or 100 upon the 24 into 60. By this we will say that this is what the minutes allocated to the each flight. If there is any natural collision or overlapping of the time in between that, then
That's a blunder.
we have to cancel the flight.
Right.
Flight on that day. So or have to schedule it to the other airport. So where this place will be acting like an aerospace hub, he will be scheduling it, he will be monitoring it, the time allocated for the passenger, time allocated for the travel, everything is being monitored by this aviation management persons. So I see that the next growth is towards them. One aspect of the engineering and technology, if we keep it aside, the other side, the aviation management would be in a growth, and this is a leading factor where India is also concentrating by going into the MRO, that it is maintenance, repair, and overhaul. We are in the top of it now. We are on the top of it. We are the leading MR.
Okay. Well, sir, can I take an opportunity to ask you? Means, let me make the complete answer of yours in one glimpse. First of all, let me make it very clear to our audience and all our viewers that yes, aviation management, as it's been said by Professor Shiva Prasad Yu, that yes, aviation management is a professional course, and certainly within a couple of years, we will find out that aviation management is one of the leading force in the complete sector of aerospace and aeronautical engineering. It's not alone. It's not alone with aerospace, but a combination of management is there with it. Am I right, sir?
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly. That's
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for sharing such a beautiful concept and such a beautiful objective, which you have made very much clarified to our audience what really is this aviation management is about, because we were getting out lots of queries related to it. That, madam, whether it's a professional course or not, can we go out for it as a career option or not? What really are the job opportunities available in this field? I hope now all these queries are very much clear in their mind. And it is only for you, as you have joined hand with us, we are able to make to our audience. Now, so before we leave, can I ask you that presently what really are the research areas or what really are the innovations you are working out in your particular field?
yes, ma'am. So currently, I'm involved in the domain of computational fluid dynamics, where use of computers in order to analyze the engineering problems, where natural extraction of the results involves it in a very cost effective. So I'm working in the alternative domain of the experimental setup, that it is computational fluid dynamics, and currently my research is interested into the aeroacoustics using a computational tools. So this theory is having an all-time demand when we are talking about the engineering aspect. All the non-circuit branches are dependent on this one. Why? Because each and every experiment will be involved with certain cost. Maybe ranging it from 1 lakh to 1 crore rupees. The differentiation of the amount requires based upon variables they are looking for. But the same can be effectively reduced by using some computational tools or the computational fluid dynamics domain where I'm currently into it. In this computational fluid dynamic, all our student ideas can be approached virtually and executed virtually.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving your ideas about what really are the research areas you are working out presently. I hope the young researchers in the field of aerospace and aeronautical engineering will get some ideas from your perspective. It was really nice, sir, having an interaction with you. How about you, sir? How about your interaction?
It was really very grateful, ma'am. So you have given a questions where the lot of audience will be having unawareness. This awareness you have created through this platform. I'm very thankful, ma'am, for talk
No, sir,
about
all
or
privilege
clarify the
is
doubts of the
ours.
students. Where more. I'd like to thank Srikanth sir as well as you, ma'am. So for giving me this great opportunity as well as to interact with the many students through this platform where they will be very helpful. This recordings would be helpful for them in choosing the right career path and having a clear career path of it.
So that is the main perspective of IIMT Open House, through which we want to get connected with all the students around the globe. I hope this session might have helped them a lot, and all privilege is ours. I am very much thankful on behalf of IIMT that you have given us this time and this perspective of yours, so that we can even if have a good glimpse and ideas in and around the globe of the world. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It was really nice interacting with you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the
Good day. Good day, sir. Good day.